Hey YouTube, this is Eric, and I'm here to review the game Star Wars: The Force Unleashed 2. See this game with its snazzy metallic case. But past its, luxurious exterior, inside there is a magnificent game that supplies marvelous gameplay, a compelling story, and cool moves to boot. But enough of the malarkey and sidetracking. I'm not going to beat around the bush anymore. Okay, the moves were cool. All the stuff. It was a lot more like God of War in the sense because there was a huge fight against the Gorog. Hey Chewbacca, how's it going? Oh, okay, you're gonna fly. Regardless, enough of that now. But yeah, there's a cool customization that you didn't have in the first one. Account on the fact that you didn't have two lightsabers, and now in this one you do, and you can make one color be another, one lightsaber be one color and another be another color, and there's a lot to choose from. There's a lot more colors to choose from in the sense. In the first one you had compressed yellow, and then you had there was just regular yellow, and then there was another one, the unstable yellow. But in this one, there's more just there's you can find one of the crystals, and then later on find the other crystal. And if you have both crystals with the same color, it enhances the effect, because each color crystal means you can use if you have chaos, then you get more points from destroying the environment, because you get points for destroying the environment, which is cool to help you, because also if you destroy stuff, it might unlock a holocron, and so yeah, I guess it encourages for you to destroy stuff just so they can. And that is the Ewok. No, I mean that is a Jawa. That is. But but anyways, yeah, I mean it wasn't the longest of games, no, but okay, if you compare it to the first one. In the first one, the first half of the game, the story wasn't even yeah, there was story, but the thing is, you were just killing Jedis. It was almost it didn't really have as much consistency as the second half. The second half was really where the game picks up, because that's when Darth Vader kills Starkiller, and that's when he really starts to, get that sense of individualism. And now in the second one, he has that right off the bat, and it feels a lot better. And also, there's these cool scenes where you if you play the demo, where you shoot into the sky. You go in, you're diving into the landing platform, and it's just cool because you're dodging these moves, and just the boss fights. Yeah, there's not a lot of them, but they feel a lot more thought out. They really it really means something, and it just feels pretty cool because just it feels almost also Metal Gear Solid, how the fights were really long. The Gorog fight in Force Unleashed 2, the fights in Metal Gear Solid 4 just are crazy long, but they're good. And I think for Force Unleashed 2 not being the original conspirer of making long boss fights, I think they did a good job of putting their own twist on it. I mean, the graphics are crazy, the physics top notch. I mean, this is the only game I've ever seen use all three physics engines. I mean, I think you got to give that game credit, because that game's got balls, man. I mean, everybody else is ooh, I'm gonna be a little pansy and just use the Havoc engine. No, they go all out. If Euphoria, and I think it's DMC or DD, it's some other thing, but it adds a little extra to the physics and makes it all cool. And I mean, there wasn't a lot of levels. There's Kamino, Cato de Moidia, and then there's a Rebel starship, and then Kamino again. So it's 4. But in the movies there isn't that many planets either. But they put a lot of effort in the planets in the movies, so it's not you're just there for a little bit. And I mean, you're there, and then you don't go back in the first one when you went back twice. I mean, as cool as it was, it just kind of I don't know, it felt like they were just being lazy. In this one, they felt you could say they're being lazy, but honestly, come on, how many planets do you want? This isn't Knights of the Old Republic, okay? Maybe in the third one there'll be more planets, okay? I mean, come on. Don't bust their chops, You You can't look at it at like maybe on a technical scale, but no, even on a technical scale, the game was marvelous because that it uses 3 physics engines. You know how hard that probably has to be to incorporate a game with 3 physics engines? It's probably crazy. So, I mean, I think it was a good sequel to the game, and I think it really helps give almost like it almost feels like they're combining the original trilogy and the new trilogy and like the concepts almost and combining them together. So there's like crazy fights because that's how it was in the first ones. But then there's like this compelling story that they use the kind of concepts from the original trilogy, like the mentor, like Ram Koda from he's kind of like Obi-Wan, but with a episodes 1, 2, and 3 twist to him because he's more battle able. Because in episodes 4, that was the only episode he really was in, and he wasn't that he wasn't pulling off the crazy moves he was when he was in his prime. But I mean, that's a whole nother story altogether. But regardless, it's like Star Wars Unleashed, basically. I mean, they basically unleashed every aspect of the game, and I think that was they've done a good job at it. I mean, the moves were sick, all the stuff was sick. I mean, it was cool. It was legit, as the cool kids say around the block. Yeah. But yeah, you should check it out. I mean, if you're one of those guys who just like to be like completionists, or like guys who just like to play the game and then bitch about every little thing that you can find, that's called nitpicking, and that's not what the game's meant to be looked at for. You gotta look at it at the whole. It's meant to be for Star Wars nerds, and if you're a Star Wars nerd, you should check it out. If you're like some Call of Duty guy who has to have like these specific type of gameplay things, well, this obviously isn't for you because this isn't a shooter, and it isn't for your kind. Okay, we don't like your kind around here, But okay, enough of that. Yeah, so it's a good game. I'd give it at least a B. Okay, yeah, don't listen to Game Trailers or GameSpot. They were smoking something when they gave that review. I don't know what's up with them. They aren't Star Wars fans. I swear, I think they hate Star Wars. But okay, anyways, all right, check it out. Force Unleashed 2. It's sexy. Out.